Hi friends, it's Sunny. So today we're going to look a little bit more at tango and how we achieve the look of speed. And it's hard to do when we're doing all the same figures as all the other couples on the floor. So we've talked a lot about in the past about the foot placement and the acceleration and the leg speed. Today I want to talk about how to make the shapes look fast. And there's a few technique elements we can add in there to make that magic happen, stand out on the floor. So the first technique piece is impulse. It's getting speed in the head through the hip. The easiest figure to implement this in for leads is going to be a progressive link. So we'll look at that. Just a refresher, it's forward and link. How am I getting her to flap her head instead of do a two-dimensional change? I do that through, I'll say the lower belly and the hip. I don't do it up here. She has no muscle mass up here. Her weight is down low. So I'm going to exaggerate what I'm doing with my hips. Okay? I have my right hip. I have my right hip. I have a wind, recoil, finish. So I'm going wind, finish. I'm going to exaggerate that, so hopefully you can see the angles. I know I'm wearing black, so I'm going to do this with my hands so you can see what the heck I'm doing. So we have our prep, inside edge, wind, unwind. Okay? I'm not winding with the top. She has no muscle mass up here. She's not going to feel that. It's all impulse down here in your lower hip and impulse. Okay. So let me show that with a partner, and I'll show two ways. One is no impulse, but I'm still leading it like textbook correct, and the other is impulse. So you are going to get a follow if you don't do that, but it's going to be pretty two-dimensional. It's not that competitive. It's textbook correct. Maybe it'll win bronze, but not so much of a lead. So I want to do with the hip. So I'm giving her a ka-chow. Okay, the second area that we can lead to speed with the head, how do I turn her head, especially if I'm not stepping anywhere? Well, that's going to be through the hands. Okay. So this, I'll call it vibration. So I'm not tossing a ball from one hand to the other. I'm actually like I have a little like comet. I'm shooting back and forth. Ka-chow, ka-chow. And this will lead her to switch the head. Say if you have a dramatic pause, ka-chow or ka-chow. Okay. The leads often are tempted to do this with the arms or God forbid the shoulders or even the hips. It's not going to work. That's going to send, we just want to send the head. So if I were doing some sort of lunge to the side, ka-chow. Okay, so I'll show what that looks like with the partner without my vibration. It's just the wrists. It's not the shoulders. Ka-chow. So I can switch her head. Okay, so this is kind of an okay, what the guy usually does. It's followable, but it sucks. Ka-chow. Okay, and this is more of a vibration. So I'm really toned in the body, and the wrists are the only thing changing. Okay, so that's the second piece. The third little trick I can use for getting speed in my shapes in your tango is your pressure. So I've talked in past videos about the foot pressure. This is going to be a pressure with the forearm. Okay, so I'll show that, what that looks like. Okay, a fall away I think is the easiest to visualize this in a video. So if I'm doing a fall away, I'm going to exaggerate forearm recoil, as opposed to leading with the top, or God forbid, bending the shoulders. Okay, this is going to be real stable up here, and it's just going to be forearm. I would do that anytime like I had a whisk. Okay, forearm. So let me show that with a partner. First, I'll show kind of the most common mistake, which is shoulder, and then the second I'll show just that forearm pressure to change her position, okay? So if I were doing like a fall away, and actually, I'm trying to think of the best angle to show you this. I'll head down line this way, okay? So this is the kind of crappy one. 1, 2, 3. If you can see, this is broken. It's all jacked up there. So instead, what I want to do, 1, 2, just this, not this. Certainly not this. Okay. And then I immediately, if I'm doing a slip pivot ending, I'll take it back up. Okay. If I'm doing some sort of like continuous waist action, I would do the same thing. I center behind. This comes down slightly. Here, not here. Okay. So we've talked about 3 ways you can create speed in her head when you're leading tango. That'll help you stand out a little better on the floor. Okay, that's it for today. Hope to see you next week. Bye.